Next on Golf Central, Tiger plays back-to-back weeks as he gets to tee it up tomorrow morning in the Honda Classic. But where is his game right now?
Some of my shots I like to play, they're not the same as they used to be. And, that part is I'm going to have to learn. And it's not something that I'm used to because I've never felt like this before. But this is the new norm.
Jack Nicklaus doesn't mince words when he gives his thoughts on what's causing slow play in the game of golf.
Golf ball is the biggest culprit of it.
From the Golden Bear to the Bear Trap, PGA National's intimidating trifecta of holes 15, 16, and 17. The shots that will challenge the world's best this week, all next on Golf Central.
Golf Central. Brought to you by TaylorMade.
Early on Wednesday morning, the Honda Classic Pro-Am in South Florida. Home game for one Tiger Woods on the par 5 third shot from the bunker to about 6 feet. This left for his birdie. He was off at 6:45 in the A of M. And the birdie putt drops his first of the morning. On the par 4 sixth, took 2 drives, his 4th shot out of a fairway bunker. Tiger trying to play his way back into form as we are now under 50 days until the Masters. This stuck to about, well, let's call it 2 feet. He would save bogey. 6 drivers used on the day, and of those, 2 fairways hit for Tiger Woods. And with that, welcome into Golf Central. Whit Watson alongside Ryan Burr. The LPGA off to Thailand this week. Later tonight, live coverage on Golf Channel. We start in South Florida. The Big Cat making back-to-back starts on the PGA Tour.
Yes, indeed. After missing the cut in Los Angeles, Tiger is back in Florida, back in the field at the Honda Classic. Now, despite this being Tiger's 3rd PGA Tour start of 2018, the golfing world still has as many questions as it does answers when it comes to Tiger's game. Filling in some of those blanks from today's Pro-Am and the Q&A with the media, we head live to PGA National. Say hello to Steve Burkowski. Burko.
Ryan, as usually is the case with Tiger Woods, he was off bright and early for Wednesday's Pro-Am as he continued to prepare for his first start in the Honda Classic since 2014. Now, after that short week in California, he returned home and took a couple of days off to recover and recoup, then started lifting and training and had a light session of hitting golf balls on Monday afternoon and went on to say it was a good full session of hitting balls on Tuesday. Now, despite those struggles at Riviera, Woods continues to stay on point with his plan for 2018, looking to move forward with thoughts of Augusta National on his mind.
I just felt like I just needed to continue going down the things I've been working on. I just needed to get better at it. Wasn't very good on Friday, and more importantly, I didn't putt very good. I didn't feel good warming up when I was warming up for Friday's round with my putter. I had terrible speed. And it showed. I got exposed there on the back 9 at 3 putts. And so I worked a little bit on my putting since I've been home each and every day. Same basic drills. You see me do my little gate drill and my 2 tees there. Just making sure I hit every putt solid, every shot, every putt flush. I'm starting to get that feeling again of playing tournament golf where, each and every shot counts. I'm looking at where I need to put the golf ball. I'm looking at forecasts, things that, before, you're at home, who cares where the wind's coming from? Who cares what the forecast is the next couple of days? But now playing tournament golf, I'm starting to get into that flow again, and I missed it, and it's becoming familiar again. I just missed the rush of competing for a green jacket. I've been doing it since I was 19 years old, and it's been a long time, and I've enjoyed every single challenge, and having to sit out on the sidelines, it's not fun. It really isn't, especially since I know how to play the golf course, and I wish I could play, but I was unfortunately so physically debilitated I could not compete. This year is different. The years I've won there, I've played really well early. I've always tried to get a tournament on the West Coast. That's kind of one of the things I look forward to because I know how to putt POA, except for Friday. now come back to Florida. You know, this is so different than what we're going to face at Augusta, but still is tournament reps, and I need tournament reps.
Those tournament reps for Tiger Woods will come with a forecast predicting continuing windy conditions. Now, if that weather holds true, Tiger said he would hit 4, maybe 5 drivers around. Ryan, something we will certainly keep an eye on, especially Thursday morning when he gets things going here in the Honda Classic.
All right, Burko, certainly appreciate that. And joined now by Trip Eisenhower. Trip, Tiger gave us a lot there to think about.
Yeah.
Said his putting was a disaster in Los Angeles. We know his driving has been a disaster. And he continues to talk about how he just needs to get reps. So if you can only pick one keys to success, which of the 3 are you going to take?
Well, I got to take the driver. It's the one thing, Ryan, that's been consistent. You know, week to week, the short game was great at Torrey, not so great at Riviera. The iron game was pretty good at Torrey, not so great at Riviera. The driver, well, it was bad in both places. In fact, if we look how he stacks up statistically, that is not good at all. 35% of the time finding the fairways. If you find the fairways 35% of the time at PGA National, you're going to have a short week. I can guarantee you that. Everybody says you got to play from the fairway here. Now, the good news for Tiger, if we go glass full, half full, Ryan, is you don't have to hit a lot of drivers here, especially with his length. The problem is with the synchronization of the swing, we saw it at Torrey Pines as well, that it gets out of sync even with the 3-wood and a long iron. I mean, he missed the fairway at number 1 at Riviera with the 2-iron. Or, you know, a long iron. So it's not just about that he can play around the driver, which is normally good. He's just not hitting the ball in the short grass enough. And as good as the short game can be and as good as the irons can be, if you're playing from the rough at PGA National, it is absolutely going to be a very tough week. And every player to a man said the key is ball striking and hitting greens and hitting fairways.
Well, you know, every course is different, obviously, and there are many out there now where you simply hit it as far as you can. You go find it, and you hope you'll have a shorter club in. This isn't one of those courses. Statistically, the best iron players are the best players at PGA National. With that said, Tiger's always been a really good long iron play. If he can find the fairway with 3-wood or iron off the tee, does that improve his chances?
No question about it. I do think that if he plays from the short grass more than 50% of the time, I mean, when we're down into the low 30s.
No matter what club he's using.
No matter what club, because at PGA you've got to be able to attack these hole locations from there, but there are a lot of forced carries as well into some of these greens. There's a lot of water around a lot of these greens, so that's why if you're in the rough, it's always so tough with that forced carry to get the ball up around the green, where his short game, which we saw on full display that I really liked at Torrey, could save him. But again, I think he says there's a lot of work to do, and I agree, but he's on this. It looked like today in the Pro-Am he eliminated the left side completely, but he still missed the ball quite a bit to the right. He hit 6 drivers apparently. He only hit the fairway 2 times with those 6 drivers, but none of them went left. Right. So now we're talking to whittle it down. That's good news.
Yeah, we've heard he might hit it 3 or 4 times, so we'll be interesting there. Of course, we're all hoping that it doesn't end the last time he played Honda. That ended with a WD. So far, at least that
looks good. That's not going to happen.
Tiger appears to be very healthy. Whit?
Guys, it is a tremendous field as we check out some of the notable tee times at the Honda Classic. Jim Furyk playing with Martin Kaymer and Stuart Sink, Justin Thomas, Sergio Garcia playing stateside for the first time in 2018. There's Tiger. He is playing alongside the current FedEx Cup leader, Patton Kizzire, already a 2-time winner this year. Ricky Fowler, Kevin Kisner, Patrick Reed together, McIlroy, Adam Scott, and another former champion here, Padraig Harrington, going off together.
It's definitely nice to be back here. This is a golf course I love to play, especially on days like this. It's a tough golf course without wind, and when it picks up, it's even more so. I feel like it's a place that it demands your full attention at all times. There's never really a pushover shot. Like I said, demands your full attention.
Feast or famine, that's what my history's been here. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a tough golf course. You know, some guys play the West Coast and it's sort of 1 week too many for them. Like, you know, I don't want to get beaten up again, and so that's why a few guys mightn't be here. But yeah, it's a tough. I think it magnifies if your game's off just a touch. You know, if you miss it just by tiny margins here, it can punish you quite heavily. So But if you're on, it gives you opportunities to score.
It's a big week, a tournament that I've always enjoyed playing. A great golf course, really a ball strikers kind of golf course, which I've always enjoyed. So yeah, it is fun to start the season here a little bit later than usual, but you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
If you're driving it well, you can, like Ricky did last year, you know, you can play this course well and make a lot of pars and sprinkle in some birdies, and you're going to beat a lot of the field. But if you're not playing well, it's hard to shoot a good number. You can grind it out at, you know, around par if you're not driving it great, but if you're driving it bad, it's a tough place to play well.
World-class field, Tiger, Ricky, Rory, and many more in the Sunshine State at the infamous Bear Trap. Live coverage of the Honda Classic begins tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Still to come, speaking of Golden Bears, Jack Nicklaus makes it clear what he thinks is ailing the game of golf. The Golden Bear speaking out before the Honda Classic. And we'll check out the toughest stretch of his design at PGA National, the Bear Trap, where the Honda Classic could be won or lost. That's ahead on Golf Central.